Wait, wait, I can't pretend to be. Hey, ain't this like myself is all I need? What is good, y'all? Welcome to the On Demand podcast with Daze. And today, I got a special guest with me, man, hailing all the way from Seattle, Washington, man. He's an upcoming artist. He's an advocate in his community. And he's someone that's really been on the front lines, really using his voice, really using his message to empower the people and make change. Ness, what is good? What is good?
What's good, Days, man? I'm just out here, man, living another day, man. Out here just taking it one day at a time.
I feel you. I feel you. One thing I always ask, or one thing I've been recently asking a lot of, a lot of brothers in this fight is like, how they holding up? Because it's different. It's a different like energy in the air. You feel me?
It's hectic. It's hectic for real. No, it's hectic because like I don't know. I've like been in such a different headspace that I like haven't even been creating. You know, like that, and been on a music tip, and it's been taking like there's been people hitting me, like certain people that are close to me in my life, being like, "Hey, don't forget like what your purpose is. Like, don't forget about your music. Like, I know you're out here, but like, be careful. Like, we need you on this music tip too. Like, niggas need to hear you. Like, niggas need anthems to riot to, bro. Like, we need you to with these bangers. Like, I had a couple homies hit me with that, and I was just really like, yeah, I gotta get back to it. Like,
Wow.
of course, I want to be involved in the community
Of course.
more. Like I've always been like vocal about these things in my music, but like even more now, like I've been like physically more involved, in these things. And like, you know, now it's just like I'm just finding that balance. I got to get right back to the music though. Like that is my purpose. That is my main platform. What I've been doing, So
Yeah. So pretty much the question was, artists being pressured into speaking up on these situations. Do you feel they should be, especially the ones that talk about it in their music, like a Cole or a Kendrick?
I feel like they can, but at the same time, I feel like if they were to just show up in these communities and show support and do more like with their wealth or just whatever they have, resources they have, that they can help these leaders in these communities that are out here on that are versed in different tactics, from the legal to political to whether it's defense out here. And if they would be out here supporting, I feel like that would be way more, But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people probably ain't even in a position to speak because whatever their label situation is, like, they're basically owned. Like they
That's a
can't
fact.
speak the way they want to speak. You
That's
know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? Let's be real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like half
yeah,
these cats is owned. Half these
yeah,
cats is owned. Like we talking about new slaves here. So like
yeah,
what
yeah.
can't a lot of them can't say anything. So I'm like, honestly, the best you could do is just use your coin and just, and like, salute to Kanye for
Yeah,
putting 2 mil in
that's a
taking care
lot.
of her college tuition. Like that's some real stuff. And
It is.
he paid for the legal fees of Breonna Taylor's and Ahmaud Arbery's
Yeah,
stuff too. He covered a lot of stuff, and he's been doing a lot of stuff in Chicago. It's like that's the least you can do. If you don't,
yeah.
you can't speak out and use your platform physically, because of it's your situation, because of your slave masters, basically. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Basically, let's just keep it a buck. The
Yo.
least you can do is use your coin. You can use your coin anonymously. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
There's plenty. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to put it out there in the press and be out here like, yeah, I should give this
yeah,
money. You don't even have to do all that. You can slide your coin anonymously. You can
yeah,
drop 500,000 on the chain. You can definitely slide your coin to
yeah.
some of these organizations and these people that are really out here on the front lines,
That's a fact.
anonymously, and at least use your coin to help your people. So
Yeah,
that's what I feel like is happening behind the scenes, and I do feel like
yeah,
there are people doing that though.
yeah.
That's what I feel, and that's what I would hope. And I have heard and seen some like some people stepping up doing that.
Word. I think the money is just way better than just a
It's a
tweet.
tool. It's
Yeah,
a tool. We need that resource. You know what I'm saying? We need
bro.
that. It's a tool to manifest other things, and that we're
Yeah,
gonna need in our communities moving forward, because we need ours.
that's a fact. That's a fact. Like I heard a story of some.
Using our black dollar. Our black dollar is
Yeah,
powerful.
I feel like
So like
that's a whole nother conversation that people
it
need to
is
buy into.
a sidebar right there.
They like our people just don't buy into that. But I think Summer Walker, I think 2 days ago, she was posting like mad, woke type of videos from different content creators. And she said her label told her like take it down. Like it was too controversial type of thing. Like it's gonna affect their bottom line. And this is the problem. It's like everyone is feeding
They
off
being
the
silenced.
culture. Yeah, you like it makes no sense whatsoever. Like the
Exactly.
people that speak on it, like bro, they almost borderline career suicide. Like it could have gone left.
It's
Kendrick
crazy.
could have gone left.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
You know what
like
I'm saying?
it's not like we the people fought for him. Like, nah, like he put out To Pimp a Butterfly and it resonated so well. Like if you were to like punish Kendrick for that, like you're kind of exposing the industry and exposing the business. So it's I feel like it's a different ball game out there, bro.
It's definitely a different ball game. It's you playing in their world, bro.
Man.
Period. That's just what it is. You playing in their world, bro. You playing in their world, and you playing by their rules. At the end of the day, that's just the facts. When you on that side, when you have signed in blood on that dotted line, you feel me? It's you in their world now.
Yeah, like
you know.
How I look at it, it's like, man, it's
you gotta move different when you in that world.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like you just being a regular person on Twitter is different from them. Like there's repercussions.
Exactly.
They might not get money for the next album. You know, it's sometimes
you might get shelves. Like you might get, they might make his life a living hell. They might, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, completely dirt out his career.
Yeah, for trying to make change. And I don't even think it's like sometimes I feel like in many cases it comes from a racist, type of background. But I think sometimes it's really just the bottom line. Like they feel as though that's too controversial. We're not going to let you affect the money no matter what. So they take it's like disrespect to them. Unless you bring it in the bag with it. But to most of these label execs, it's like disrespect. Like I think Warner during the Blackout Tuesday, I think they went public. They were about to go public that day or the next day after. And that kind of messed up their whole, getting mad people to invest in the stock market and all that. And then the next day they said they donated like $100 million to, causes for police brutality and all that. So it's, man, people need to understand it's that it all comes down to the money and the power, bro. Everything else is just, it's just everything else. It's just to bring awareness.
Exactly. And I definitely agree with that, And I've been out there protesting and stuff, but there's only been so much protesting we can do until we have to really plug into our resources and make actual movement, That's
a fact. So
what I'm saying?
What was it like just being outside protesting?
It was some dope experiences, you know what I'm saying? Going out there and just like, making eye contact with like every, person of color, melanated person out there, and like just feeling like a collective consciousness, and you know what I'm saying, like it's just felt the vibration in the streets is crazy, you know what I'm saying. There's a oneness right now,
That's what's up. And then like how was that, like how did the energy look like on the other side, like with the cops?
Like, to be honest, they scared. You feel me? They see all this stuff. They don't want smoke. You feel me? Like they tired. They out there scared. Like they out there stressing. You feel me? I saw like a National Guard brother. We were walking downtown. We saw this brother, National Guard. Cuddy was sitting on the curb, bro, had his helmet off, smoking a cigarette. I was like, look, bro. He's like, bro, don't want to be out here. That man want to play 2K, bro. Like, come on. That man trying to go to the crib, play 2K, man.
Yo, that's a fact. Especially the guard, bro. They're like, bro, why did
they trying to chill, bro. They be out here.
For real, bro. But it's crazy. Even with all the unrest,
they be chilling. The guard don't even be on bullshit, bro.
Yeah, no.
I swear, the guard don't even be on bullshit, bro. Like, they be out here like, man, because when they put them to the front lines, they know that they're gonna get jacked up first. And they're like, man, they be looking like they're not really wanting it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we gotta protect. They be looking like we gotta protect these dudes.
Yeah.
Real?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They be looking like, man, this is whack, yo. Like they be out here looking like, bro, smoking cigarettes and shit. They be seeing us smoking blunts. They be like, looking at us like looking at us smoking bags and shit at the protest because we in Seattle, so it's legal out here. So we be blowing at the protest. You feel me? The guard be looking at us like, yo, man, fuck. Like niggas got beers and shit. The protest like, let's go. Like
Shit.
Because there's always that, that crowd of people that's gonna be like just partying at the
Yeah.
protest. Like there's just so many pockets of people. That's another thing. Like it's
It is.
wild.
It
Like
is.
you got people out there ready for war. You got people out there like
Mm-hmm.
using their art. You know what I'm saying? Like there's the homies Martial Law out here in Seattle. Shout out to my guy Martial Law. They did they had a band out there. And they were playing music for the people and shit. So like when people were tired of protesting, they go to an area, and that same area had like food and supplies and shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? People are opening up their apartments and allowing people to plug up like extension cords and shit so niggas can, do concerts out there and shit. Like it's hard. Like the community's out here. It's love out here in these streets. It's really love out here in these streets. Oh God.
That's crazy. But you look at the media, it's like, if you look at mainstream media, it's only two sides. Three sides.
Facts.
It's protesters, rioters, and looters. That's it.
That's the thing. And like, and a lot of the protesters, we be checking people like that. You know what I'm saying? We be checking people because a lot of these protests be like, we buy small businesses and shit.
Yeah.
Shit, like in Cap Hill, like there's a lot of small businesses. So like we were not on that. We were on our ass about that shit. So, like we were like, nah, man, we are not letting people get away with doing that shit, man. Like,
yeah, I feel like it gives everyone. You know what? I won't even say it gives everyone cool.
There's some people that just want to tear up shit, and that's stupid.
You know what I'm saying? But with times like this, like that shit kind of happens. Like
exactly,
it happens. Like
it happens.
People go to war.
I just wish people would be smarter about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, and I do understand that it is a part of this. You feel me? It's you throughout history. I just wish that like all those niggas that was about that would just be like have some better plan instead of doing some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas ran into Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, come on, bro. Like we could have did something way more productive than that. We could have really like did some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say too much, but like we could have did some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We could have really moved on some shit. We could have really mobilized. But like, no, you niggas is like, we're going to Cheesecake Factory.
Bro, you got
Navy. What does that accomplish, bro? Like them niggas can repair that shit and replace that shit in a day. These people got generations of wealth. They grandkids is richer than them.
Yeah.
What you mean? Like it's like this. They can regenerate that shit. So like I get it, but at the end of the day, that's not gonna even affect the economy when the economy's already getting thrashed right now by COVID. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we are not really doing the damage here.
That's actually
like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're definitely skewing perception and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's that's kind of obvious.
That's obvious. That's just crazy. There's a lot of confusion. A lot of people are confused. I feel like people's hearts in the right place, but their minds are confused.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And we all just trying to get on the same page.
I feel
that's what it feels like out here because there's so many sides and they all want like the same thing. You feel me? Much. You know what I'm saying? Even within the Black community, there's a lot of different sides. Bro. Even though we're unique, we're starting to unify as a people. That doesn't mean we agree on everything, obviously.
Of course.
And but it's just like we're all trying to just get on that same page, so we can no longer be deceived as a people all the time. We can, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. That hurts so much because it's like you kind of want to, educate everybody and like, yo, bro, like when people say like, oh, he's woke, it's bro, it's not even just woke. It's like
it's not that. I'm just aware.
You get it finessed in front of you.
It's insulting. It's insulting. You feel me? Like, it's to a point where it's insulting. You feel me? Like, you tell us everything through movies. You know what I'm saying? Have you niggas not watched The Purge? Have you niggas not watched The Terminator? Have you niggas not watched The Matrix?
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, come on. Like, they tell you everything in these movies. You feel me? Like, all this shit. Like, they're not just doing this for a reason. Like, this shit was coming. Like,
that's a fact. And then you got like everything, especially when it comes from the top, like from like the president, everything is a political move. Like I don't want to hear, I want these people to be healthy. Nobody cares about nothing but getting reelected. It's plain in sight. It's plain to see. People look at Trump, like he been tweeting wild shit for the past 4 years and people still get outraged about it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he's just like he's a distraction in itself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He say some stupid shit. He say some off the wall shit. People are like, oh my God. And I'm just like, yo, like what you expect? Son is wild. Like he's been doing this. This is him. this is him. Like, he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really him. Like, that's him. Like, you feel me? Like, that's him. Like, that's him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not changing. Like, he's been out here wilding. And way before the presidency. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
but he's so good at, like, bro, when you
he's
talk
super
about
good at creating a firestorm.
what?
He's just he can get it like that. He just
Yeah.
nigga went out there to the photo op, the A's tear gas him, get him on my way.
Yo, for real.
Get me out of here. Yo,
literally
sit up here with the Bible. Man held up the
Bible.
Bible. He don't even read the Bible. I'm like, yo, this dude's wild.
Yo, he is. He's probably sitting in his office like,
I was like, yo, this nigga straight up looked like, bro, that was some Nazi Hitler shit. I was like, yo, this nigga looks like a straight dictator right now.
Man.
I was like, nigga, you do not make yourself look good, son. Like, you really like outing yourself. You're outing yourself. He's like, yo, this is not you thought this was a good PR move? Like, nigga, you look like a dictator. I'm gonna hold the Bible.
Bro, that was the
like,
worst. You literally just help. Like, what does that mean?
What does that mean, nigga? Like, what does that mean, nigga? You don't even read the Bible, nigga.
At all.
You're not religious at all, bro. Like, you're a dictator.
I think the funniest shit was when they asked him about why did he go into the bunker, and he said that he went into the bunker to go inspect it.
Yo, he be capping. He be capping, bro. He be capping. That man
ran to the basement. Yo,
you be wildin'. Yo, that dude's wild, bro. Like,
because of protesters,
bro.
So that shows me like how crazy he talks about fucking North Korea. He not about it, bro.
No, he's
That's
not.
Why he's so friendly with Putin, because
because you know that man he an ape. Putin's a whole ape. That's not the one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro.
That's why he all involved in what's going on over here, because he's like, look, like he over here, he Debo-ing shit right now. Like,
bro, pretty much.
He be Debo-ing shit. Period.
Pretty
like
much.
that's the one. Yeah. He's the one. Like, he's him.
Yeah, he's him too. I mean, what's his name?
He's really that dude.
I think that dude. You know what I'm saying? Kim Jong-un might be the one too. They say he died. My man popped back up just to see
who was like, what's happening. He's like, look, hey, the ops is falling. Let's go. I gotta stick around for this. I gotta see the. He said, I gotta see the fall of Babylon.
Bro, this shit is a reality.
He said, I gotta see the fall of modern Babylon. He's like, no, I gotta stick around for this, because he knew it was coming. He's like, no, I gotta see this shit. He's like, I gotta see this shit. He said, these things falling apart.
Oh man.
Now America.
Bro, if he gets reelected, it's over.
Yo.
It's over.
It's over. It's over, bro. Like, we actually, like, I'm like registering to vote. Like, I at least got to do my due diligence. Like, I'm legit scared. Like, I've never gone out to vote in my life, nigga. And I'm going. I'm doing my due diligence. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro.
I'm doing my due diligence within the system, and you know what I'm saying, and outside of it. You feel me? You have to do your due diligence on all sides. So at least you said you did your shit.
Yeah, I feel like because it's obvious that he really only talks to one group of people, and everyone else is like, hey, if you win, it's just a byproduct. But like when he talks, like, you know, the people that were protesting,
bro, he uses a fourth grade vocabulary to talk to us, bro. Yeah. They
they're very good people,
bro.
And then to
fourth grade,
to black people, it's like thugs. I'm like, bro, we know what you're doing.
Come on, man.
It's obvious what you're doing, but it's no reason to be like hateful about it. Like, our community, we gotta wake up, but we just get dumbed down so much. It's like, what can you do?
What can you do? You know,
it's just...
it gets to the point where you, like, you know, it's like trauma on top of trauma sometimes. That should be piling the fuck up. Like, you can't even process it. Like, bro, like, I had to process, you know, all this shit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm processing shit, my own shit. And plus all this happened, I'm like, I'm just trying to fathom all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear I still haven't had the chance to, like, really sit down and, like, digest it all. But once I do, like, I have to, you know, be able to transmute the energy into music, you know, the best way I know how, you know. So I think it was good that I had that conversation I told you about earlier, that someone said, you know, hey, make sure you get back to your music. Don't lose sight of that, because we still need art. We still need art.
That's tough.
And I was like, yo.
That's a fact. especially the art that will, motivate people and
That's in the
yeah,
headspace that we in right now,
yeah,
and that's what I'm really trying to do.
yeah. Because the last thing we want is just everyone to just, all right, this
Because we finna
happened.
be out here. We finna be out here all summer, like moving in,
Yeah,
different ways. However, we are helping the cause because it's not gonna stop. You feel me? The summer just starting, bro. Like
yeah,
this shit gets worse throughout the summer. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah,
Violence gets worse throughout the summer, and I'm not trying to be negative. This is
yeah.
just me being realistic. You feel me? So like we finna be out here,
I feel that.
other people, future people, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's
Yeah,
just not gonna. It's you know what I'm saying. But we're not
it's
even
not.
thinking about that. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not.
It's already still happening.
Yeah, yeah.
Dudes shooting.
I feel like I feel like police brutality is not gonna stop just because
Yeah,
just the foundation was just built off of trash. So
yeah.
that's not gonna stop. I feel like
No,
we can only focus on what we can control. We can
exactly.
control, supporting more black businesses. We could do that.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Like everyone,
economically.
yeah, I'm not gonna hate, like, yeah, niggas like Gucci, they like designer, but it's like, bro,
Support black designers,
trash.
man.
The Gucci be
What you
trash
mean?
too.
Bro, I be like, yo, why y'all rocking Gucci and Louis? Y'all are walking billboards. Y'all are leaders in the
Literally.
culture, right? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like Pac said, he said, bro, I'll rock Versace because they pay me, bro. Y'all rock that
Mm-hmm.
shit because y'all think it's cool. Nigga, there's a
Mm-hmm.
difference. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He
yeah.
straight up said that shit.
Damn.
And like I'm like, yeah, I'm like, why would I rock the shit if these niggas ain't paying me? If it's not, I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if it's them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you rock that shit, you're a walking billboard. You know how many people are gonna rock Gucci just because the culture
Exactly.
rocks it?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas create the culture, y'all create the trend. So y'all niggas are giving them clout, y'all giving them juice. You feel me? When you could be doing this to the next black designer. Because I
Yep.
be looking at my niggas, that are designers and shit and friends I have in the fashion world, like, yo, you the next Gucci, you the next fucking Virgil, bro. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? I be like, man, fuck these niggas. I'm finna rock my
Wow.
nigga shit and my nigga shit only. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
one, it's custom, and I know when I rock some shit that my bro made for me,
It's
or
just
that
different.
I collab with, it's different. Ain't a man in the world walking down the street with that drip. That's
That's a
custom
fact.
drip. You feel me? You
That's
can't
a
say
fact.
you got this drip, nigga. It's my drip. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. Like, and then like it's so disrespectful because these designers, like, they would never have a meeting with you to pay you. It's disrespectful to them if you talk money.
Bro, they just now gave Gucci a sponsorship, bro.
Oh,
Just now, like this past, like, yo,
that's fucking crazy.
You know how long Gucci Mane's been in the game? They've been
That's
rocking Gucci.
crazy.
Come on, dude.
But that's what I'm saying.
What?
Like, niggas is not
Like
smart.
he's like one of the reasons niggas started rocking Gucci, literally.
Pretty much.
Period.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about? Like, you niggas need to like pay this nigga for the rest of his life. Like
Dead ass.
what the fuck are you talking about?
Dead
Like, you
ass.
niggas would not be this relevant, with black people trying to,
Yeah.
boost and risk their neck and steal this shit, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
to wear it and look wealthy. If this nigga Gucci and then other people trendset and fall in line after him was
That's a
rocking
fact.
that shit.
That's what it
Like,
is.
come
It's
on,
like that
man.
status. Like,
We give it the juice. It's us. It's our power. We give that shit the juice.
I don't think they get it. Like, you
No, they
give
don't.
it that status that you pay for, you literally make it, but you don't see it.
Exactly.
Like, all these artists could link up with, lesser type designers and just keep collecting bags back and forth.
Exactly.
By the time you collect mad bags, now you got hella brands lit. Like, you really a culture icon. Look at Chance the
Exactly.
Rapper. Chance the Rapper's 3 hat. I think he said he made like 30 mil off the hat. Like, that's what? That's different. But another thing I wanted to talk about was like social media and like how during this time, like, I feel like mad people, everyone, we're consuming mad information, and I feel like it gets to a point where like that really affects your mental health, like heavy. Have you like been experiencing that?
Definitely. I've definitely been feeling like the urge to take a break from this and, like, get back into some sort of normalcy,
Yeah.
and get back in doing things that I do best, like writing,
Mm-hmm.
therapeutically writing,
Yeah.
and just getting shit out the way I know how to transmute my energy, and just taking care of myself, because this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? This is a lot. It's traumatic, and some of us have had prior experiences with law enforcement. So when these situations come up and these egregious injustices come up, it triggers a lot for people. You feel me?
Yeah,
you're you know what I'm saying? You're going through something traumatic while having a bunch of other shit triggered. So it's a lot. You gotta, you know, and this is to everybody who's watching this. Like, please, like, take care of your mental health. Take time for yourself, because this shit, racism is straight up trauma, bro. Like, this shit is not a game. You have to take some time for yourself. This shit will drive you nuts up a fucking wall between social media, 100%. Every social media you get on, seeing this shit, and then, you know, going outside and, you know, clearly having to deal with it still, or having to deal with people looking at you crazy still. That's a whole nother topic, how some of these people acting out here.
It's real life.
Real life, you feel me? So, like, please take that time, take that space. Don't feel bad if you need to take time away from, you know, the cause or whatever it is, or just taking time for yourself, period. You know, self-care, period. You're no good to your people or yourself if you're not healthy. So, you know, remember that, you know, remember to take care of yourselves.
Yeah, that's bro, you hit it right. That's all facts, because bro, I be like, sometimes just be on Twitter and like I see some conversations or whatever, and then I just hop in the thread and just scroll down, and it's like you just seeing blatant disrespect, ignorance, racism right in front of you.
You don't even respond to that. That's low vibration. You know why I'm gonna come down to your vibration? Like, I don't even give these people like intellect. Sometimes every once in a while, I'm not gonna lie, because you know me, bro. I get on niggas' heads in the internet, bro. I be having fun with this internet shit. Like, I will troll the fuck out of some dumbass nigga. You feel me? And you know, have a viral comment in a thread off of his ass, like I did the other day. Like, they had a comment get like 2,000.
No shit.
Like, just clowning this nigga real quick. Like, just said some funny, clever shit.
Sometimes you
but
got
like.
to.
Sometimes you got to, you feel me? But like, I'm not gonna engage you in no actual intellectual conversation, because one, you on that vibration. Two, I'm not. Come on, like you were. That's. I'm not doing that. That's clearly fair. Like, a lot of people are giving too much energy to this shit. Like, oh, this person's racist. I'm like, okay, let them be racist. Now let me know.
Can't do much, bro. You can't do much when you're born with that shit, and like a person is like 25, 40, 60, is done.
Your frontal lobe was fully developed. This is not. It's a wrap. It's over. Well, he over 25. Frontal lobe is fully developed. It's in there for life. It's in there for life. Like, it's not.
You can't do much. Like, I saw
exactly.
I saw
the line is drawn. You feel me? Like, the line is drawn.
There's raps after that. I saw a picture on Facebook, and this is like what like some white people try to do, like to break the narrative that's going around. So it was this dumbass post. It said, a lot of peaceful protesters are being, you know, seen or bunched in with the rioters and looters. And then it was like, how does that feel? Right? How does that feel? And then he was like, okay, now put yourself in the shoes of good cops that are being bunched together with the bad ones. Like, yo, what?
All right, so cops ain't out here getting murdered in the street.
But you got what I'm saying?
Out here getting their knees put on their neck while they, you know, choke to death. Cops ain't out here getting shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sleeping in a fucking bed at night, having their door kicked in. You feel me? Cops ain't out here getting shot, just going for a fucking job.
Yeah. They don't get
that whole analogy is ass backwards. It's out your neck. That's out of your neck. What are you talking about?
Yeah, these are these narratives they try and put out there to, you know, take the light away from, bro, what we're talking about. Like, you would hear a lot of people, like, especially when Black Lives Matters, that slogan came first about, and then they came up with the Blue Lives Matters and all of that. And it's like, bro, like, you're saying, like,
it's like it's a competition or something.
Yeah,
like, that's what this is. Like it's like yo, y'all are weird. Like, I ain't even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do it.
Like, we know it's a dangerous job to be a cop, and you want to go back to your family.
Facts. But don't you think we do too?
Like,
shit,
I want to go to sleep and wake up. Like, come on, you kill somebody in the sleep. Like, it's a different ball game. But like you said, bro, it's low vibration. These are not the people to argue with. They literally run you mad. You can never change their mind. Never. No. The people you really should want to change their mind is your fellow brothers and sisters that are lost in that, like, supremacist mindset. You can probably break those. You know what I'm saying? Because you look like them.
Exactly.
I'm saying you could try. You could break those, but besides that, bro, it's different. It's different. It's different. But to kind of get back to the thing we're talking about with like artists. So like for you, for yourself, like what type of artist do you see yourself as? Do you see yourself as, you know, the Kendrick that, really speaks to his music and leaves it there, or the Cole that, might be out there in the field, but not really a spokesperson, not trying to be that quote unquote community leader? Like, what do you see for yourself, especially now that you're in the, you're building that foundation, like, down the line when you get more successful, like, where do you really see yourself? What position do you have for yourself?
Um, I definitely see myself in like more of a, you know, kind of a blend of three people that like inspire me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Kind of like, being definitely outspoken, like a pop. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Definitely one of my biggest inspirations. Um, also being very transparent, like Kid Cudi.
Mm.
Um, speaking on mental health, using that awareness, because that's a big niche for me that I really want to advocate for and been advocating for, is Black mental health.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of shit we don't talk about in our community. We sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
Stigmas. You tell someone you going to therapy, they laugh at you and be like, "Oh, that's some
Yeah.
white people shit." It's like, no, nigga, I'm getting help. I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to
Real
go
shit. Real
figure out
shit.
my life and be a
Yeah.
healthy person. What do you mean? Trying to be a healthy, normal person? What do you
Mm-hmm.
mean? That's crazy to me. So we need to really talk about those things. But yeah, I see myself in that space, and also like kind of definitely super involved in my community, like Nip.
Okay.
Um,
That's a nice mix.
so just like I see those three things, like that's from those three people that I definitely want to do.
That's a good mix.
Master P too. Like that's
Oh
I
yeah.
definitely look up to his come up and his business model, and just how he came up and stuff, and
Yeah.
did it off the strength. You feel me? Like me honestly, just doing a lot of shit off the strength of
Yeah.
myself. You feel me? So I don't have to be compromising myself,
Yeah.
because I just refuse. Just to my people need me.
It's man, it's yeah, that compromise thing is, man, that's a battle, because everything you stand for is like, now you got this life-changing opportunity. It's like, what you gonna do for it?
Exactly.
That's
Exactly. I need to create the leverage. You know what I'm saying? So when if they need these people want to come to the table, they're gonna have to.
yeah,
We're gonna have to talk.
yeah,
Like
that's fact.
even when Nip came to the table, he signed a deal. Like they had to talk. You feel me? Like even the A&R of Atlantic was like, man, we've been trying to get him to sign for years. Like they're like, you know what I'm saying? But because that's how you
Yeah.
knew they had to push some mountains to get that man to do
Damn.
anything. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't do a lot of you know deal that he did. I didn't think it had a lot of albums on it. It's like not like they locked him in,
Yeah.
for this like petty ass amount for like 10 albums. Like it was probably like one or two album deal. You feel me? Like
Wow.
it wasn't normal.
Mm.
Like that deal
Oh
that he
yeah,
had
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
normal. He definitely like had a lot of leverage and strength off that shit. He's like, no, I'm not doing this.
yeah.
Y'all niggas not finna play me.
At all. He was really about
Yeah.
the
You know what I'm
what he
saying?
was
He had that
preaching.
leverage.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know. So like there's ways to do it, you just have to have that leverage. He's basically going 50-50. He's putting up his money in the leverage, and the labels was putting up their money. Good
Even
question.
even to just relate to that, like someone like Russ, like, I think he sold like almost $250,000 of kind of Black Lives Matter merch. It's like his whole fan
Russ,
base is not
shout
even
out to
majority Black.
Russ.
Yeah.
Shout out to Russ,
Talk
man.
about leverage. His
Yo, shout
business
out to
model.
Russ. And he definitely great business model. Definitely a great business model that I've looked at, and definitely like, man,
Yeah.
that's a man. It's crazy the way he did that. Just so much volume.
Yeah.
To the point where he could just be like, all right, I can just make content now because I have so much volume out there. I have a volume of music out there.
That's what I'm saying. Like I look at bro, there's some artists, they can't, like, that are really like really Black, you know what I'm saying, that are really niggas. They can't get their fan base to buy $250,000 of Black Lives Matter merch. It's like, it's crazy how, but that's what people don't realize. It's that economic power. Like, he literally made more than $250,000 off Black Lives Matter merch, and he's not Black. His fan base is majority fucking women. It's like, you got to sit back and just think about that. Like, think about that. Artists can't even do that. Most artists got a link with like V loan and shit to sell merch. He's selling merch off the strength of just him. Like when I look at that,
Exactly.
bro, when I look at that business model, I'm like, fuck.
A lot of the same thing with Nip's business model. Like he invested so much into the Marathon clothing brand, and you know, in the Crenshaw shirts, he invested in that. That became its own entity. You
Yeah,
feel me? And that almost like you almost saw people with Crenshaw shirts before you would even hear about Nip's music. Sometimes,
that's
you know what I'm
what's
saying? Like you
up.
would see you know what I'm saying? I knew people that didn't know about Nip, but like you know, didn't want a Crenshaw shirt. Like, yeah, I got this shirt. This is dope. I'm like, bro, that's you don't know about Nip. Like, how'd you get that shirt? Like. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's how, like, much in circulation, like, a lot of his merch was. You feel me? Like, he really put a lot into that, you know, that
Yeah.
all money in, no money out mentality, keeping things in-house and investing in himself and, you know, the team that he have around him is important, you know? And that's the thing. He had a team. He built a team over time, and you can't do it alone, you know?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
You know?
that's one thing that I've been trying to like really focus on, like kind of building that team. Because bro, I got so many ideas. It's like I'm really trying to build my own, system around. And
Exactly. You
I feel
need a
like
mastermind group for that. You need a
yeah,
mastermind group for that.
yeah, I feel you. I feel like there's two like spectrums of like hip hop. There's like people that envy, the like the Migos of the world, where it's just really, you know what I'm saying, get the baddest bitches, gold chains and all that, which is cool because that's part of hip hop. And then there's the other side where it's like, I'm just chilling, just making money and driving my nice, you know what I'm saying, nice whip and just living life. It's different. You could be famous on both ends. You could be famous. Chance the Rapper is famous, but he's not on that spectrum. So it's like there's room for everybody, but it's important to know what you want to get out of this game and how to get it. That's
Exactly. For me, it's definitely more, it's definitely economic and financial leverage, to be able to have the finances to invest in other things, other businesses, other ventures and stuff. So I can be, set, have multiple streams of income and not be out here having a tour when I'm, in my fucking 40s, like some of these niggas are because they got, mad kids, they got bad spending habits, you know what I'm saying, drug spending habits, buying all this stupid shit, these chains that are going to depreciate in value when you could have been buying gold so you can at least melt that down to get something out of it. But these diamonds depreciate in value, and some of these jewelers are really finessing these niggas, finessing a lot of these niggas. They don't tell you about that. A lot of these niggas got payments on these shits. They don't tell you about that.
I'll be wondering, like, $250,000 chain. Did you just drop $250,000?
No, the niggas putting payments on that shit. They don't tell you about that. You know what I'm saying? You're putting payments on something that's depreciating in value. What fucking sense does that make?
What?
That's not an asset, is it?
Bro.
It's not an asset. It's a liability.
And that's why I'd be looking at these labels like, yo, it's all a money grab. You would expect the person you're investing to like really be, if I'm investing into something, I'm investing. Like I'm investing into them. Financial literacy, all of that, like knowledge, but like, fuck it. Put payments on the chain. He gonna pay back. Or we'll just cut it from his royalties. Like, what?
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Man, oh, shit, bro.
So, like, I want to be set like that, so when I drop music, it's because I got something to say, not because I'm, I need some clout and some money. Yeah. I want to drop, I'll drop off the strength of me when I want to say something, not because I need to, come back and make some money because I done fucked up a bag and blew a bag and shit. Like, nah, I want to be smart with my bag and be chilling, be set, so the music I can still have love in the music, it doesn't become a job,
man,
not have to be touring all the time and shit like that.
That's the goal, bro. That's the goal.
I got bread coming in from other ways.
Yeah. That's really the goal. That's really how I look at it. Like, bro, I feel like once you get into that and you're able to be financially free, where your kids is set, bro, I just want to like move to like the fucking South, get some guns, have land, and just chill, bro. That's it.
Chill.
Everything else is just extra.
Icing on the cake.
Come on, bro. Everything else.
Like, I'm just cooling. Like, I don't even need a lot. Like niggas be on the chains and shit. I'm like, that's cool. Like, it's cool. Like, I like to wear chains, and then. But like for me, like to be honest though, like I'm like, I would just have some wrist work. That's like some subtle, like flex shit. Like you need to have the subtle flex. Like that's the grown man flexes the watches, in my opinion. Like more so than a chain. That's some little boy shit.
That's facts.
Like,
That's
I think
facts.
the chain, you feel me? I don't need no toys on my neck, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll flash this, you know what I'm saying? You see my wrist real quick, nigga, you know what this is.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all you need to see. You
Pretty
know what I'm saying?
much.
And I know cats like that. You know, I have a mentor like that. He just,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what's up.
you know what I'm saying? My man just chilling, just t-shirt,
Yeah.
you know, cargos,
And just
Maxes, but a Richard Millie. I was like, yo, are you chilling out here like this? So like, yo, just like you look at him like, oh man, he's just chilling, just regular guy. Yo, in a
Damn.
million? Yo.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
that sounds that's tough. So let me
You know what I'm
ask
saying?
you.
I'm just
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So in terms of like music, like once you get back into that flow, like when do you think, or what do you think is like your new plan for music? Like how you gonna use this momentum to push it out, or are you just gonna get back to regular scheduled programming?
that's a tough one because, like, you know, I had a whole, you know what I'm saying, you know, a plan for the year, you know, singles. I have an album for later in the year.
Yep.
But I think that right now I might focus and make a single or something. I make some music geared to what's going on right now, and then I
Makes
think I
sense.
may still drop my album later in the year.
Yeah, bro. Because
So
like you said before, consistency, bro. Like,
exactly. But I'm just gonna. I have music ready to drop right now, but
oh, that's
you
tough.
know, I'm you know, I'm about to just switch the subject. You feel me? I'm just gonna cook up more stuff, but that's stuff that's relevant. That's on my
Yeah.
heart right now because my heart is burning right now for my
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
for my African people, and
Yeah.
you know, we need liberation, man.
That's
This shit's crazy. This shit's not stopping no time soon. It's just like this is week one of this shit. Like people just like, yo, I'm tired. I'm like, yo, this is the first week. Like,
Oh,
like, you know
facts.
what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling people. Like, yo, you're gonna get battle fatigue. You gotta, you
Uh-huh.
know, fall back. Like I'm honestly you know,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be going to certain protests and stuff, but I'm about to fall back so I can reflect on
Yeah.
everything, you know, how to move. Because I
Yeah.
can't just, you know, you have to re-strategize and, like, you know,
That's what I'm talking about.
continue meeting with people, continue plugging with people from that in different lanes in the community. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing, just, you know, meeting with organizers and just different people in my community and with different lanes, from finance to, you know,
Wow.
the legal side of things, just trying to just educate myself and just, you know,
Dang.
just arm myself with knowledge. So right now, you know, the best thing we can do, honestly, is fall back and do research too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we out here. I know we mad, but we also have to start, you know, arming ourselves. We also have to start understanding the law and understanding what we are dismantling in the
Mm-hmm.
first place. Like, yes, we know we want to dismantle this, but we understand the mechanics of what we're dismantling?
Exactly. Because you see a lot of companies coming out with statements, but if they show a picture of their executive board, man, you can't find a minority nowhere.
Exactly.
Nowhere.
Exactly.
But yeah, bro. I feel like this was a good conversation, bro. If you got any last words, any food for thought.
I would just my food for thought, man. I think what I would say right now is just remember, like, especially to my creators right now, you know, remember that, you know, to create, don't let this steal your joy. Don't let none of this steal your joy. Like, still laugh, still be able to do normal things, still, you know, take time to be yourself, and you know, tell your loved ones that you love them. Still take time to do normal shit. Don't let this steal your joy. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, while we are preparing, you know, for stuff in all different, you know, planes, we also have to continue to cultivate and just, you know, do what we do best. You know,
Yeah.
don't forget to keep creating and keep being the beautiful being that you are, man. We out here, you know, fighting for love, out here fighting for liberation, and just this shit's crazy right now. This is a crazy generation, and I'm really proud of this generation. But we have to remember not to let this shit completely steal our joy, you know, because this shit will drive you crazy.
That's it, bro. I can't even top that, bro. Hey man, appreciate you for coming on, bro. This was a good talk.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, man. Happy
No
to be here,
problem,
bro.
bro.
Hey, man, shout out to my man K Days. Y'all make sure y'all check out this man's music too, cause he got flame.
I appreciate it, bro.
Tap in with my mans. You already know.
Yeah, bro. It's only a matter of time, bro, before niggas is up. I know.
Yes, sir. Nesse Life Unlimited. Nico _Fortune on IG.
Let them know.
Nico Peso 95 on Twitter. Holla at me, talk to me. Let's have conversations, man.
That's what's
Let's get
up.
it.
All right, bro.
All right, yes, sir. Love.